This episode of The Casual is brought to you in part by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to all the marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace delivers it in an all-around package so you can build an easy, streamlined, and beautiful online presence. One of the many questions people who involve themselves in fashion get, especially in this current social space, is something to the effect of like, yo, bruh, what's your favorite brand? And for a great many of us that straddle the line between street and designer fashion, that question is very hard to answer, especially when you take into consideration designers, the era that we live in, and the sheer amount of labels out there. Hint, there's a lot. So if it dawned upon your friends at The Casual, why not tackle the issue? I'm your boy, Reggie Casual, and here are 10 reasons why having a favorite brand absolutely sucks. First off, having a favorite brand can be extremely limiting. Can be. Key modifier there. Mainly because you become increasingly dependent on the brand to produce most of your wardrobe or inform your style choices. This isn't bad altogether, but how other people wear your favorite brand can become a major inspiration, leading you to dress like everyone else instead of being creative. Eventually, this mentality can lead to brand worship. Having a favorite brand is great up until the point where you consider nothing else except the brand as the epitome of style. It's okay to be confident in your style. In fact, you should be. But to be confident in your style because of the brand is not a place where you want to be. You want to be confident in spite of the brand. Because when you get to the point of brand worship, it can get ugly. Because the brand then becomes your style. And every person knows when a brand becomes your style, you may feel the need to defend it at every turn, even when the brand probably doesn't need your earnest defense. A simple, well, I like it will suffice when said brand is criticized, but no, you gotta defend it because the brand is your style. And when the brand is criticized, it's almost like it's criticizing you. Basically, it gets personal. Generally, when people go down the rabbit hole of standing a brandy, it can get quite fanatical, but generally there are two groups of people. The ones that could care less what you think, and the far more vocal ones who do care what you think. And this is what having a favorite brand can do to you. It requires you to be mindful that some people are just not gonna like what you do. And you have to not care even in the face of criticism of the brand. And if you do get to that fanatical point, chances are you may become so annoyed with criticism of your favorite brand, the volume just turns up and you start lashing out at everybody else's style because you just effing tired of people talking trash about your favorite brand. Trust me, anytime Reggie Casual, says something negative about Bape, this is the case. I've had cats tell me, yo, lose the hat, dog. Your whole style is whack. Trying to be Japanese, blah, blah, blah. Does it hurt? Yes, no, but really, is it that serious if you're going to continue to wear what you want anyway? Just remember, you aren't the brand. Having a favorite brand means you're likely to learn everything from that brand. For example, when Supreme did a collab with Comme des Garçons, whenever it does, Undercover and Sasquatch Fabrics, how many people actually knew about these brands outside of the Supreme collab? There was such a big deal during these releases because even observers noticed that had Supreme not collabed with these brands, you would have never known about them. Now, you could argue, well, had these brands not collabed with Supreme, we wouldn't know about them. Fair enough, but if you claim to love fashion, why would you center that love around just one brand? Or when that brand does do a collab, why don't you research the other ones or research it before you get in the line? And honestly, if you have a favorite brand, your style becomes predictable, especially if you count on the brand to inform your style. It's like, oh yeah, you got another whatever shirt, man, you always wear those. Yeah, everyone thinks it's like cool for like 5 minutes and then they move on with the rest of their lives. Having a favorite brand may make you feel like it's easy to be cool, but that feeling is fleeting at best. Because most people see that you can become a walking advertisement if you press too hard, especially if it's some logo-heavy brand. Designer fashion doesn't always get this criticism, but streetwear often does, because logo brands understand that they can produce a product and sell it to you while at the same time creating living billboards. You may love what the brand releases, but if you're simply buying because of name recognition, then it's not for you. It's for everybody else. And it's just not sustainable over the years. No matter what age you are, no matter what you might think, it's like, I'm gonna do this forever, dog. Your style is going to evolve. It will change as you get introduced to more, or you'll have other responsibilities that are far more important than clothes, unless you work in fashion. And eventually that favorite brand thing becomes moot in any case. Now, if your style is absent of a strict code to one label, it can be sustainable. It'll be easier to evolve beyond it when things in your life change. And lastly, having a favorite brand can be boring. Imagine wearing the same stuff over and over and over again. I, for instance, am always amazed at Jordan collectors. Like, how many Jordans do you really need? Like, all of them? Do you need all of them? And this isn't about them, but some of them even admit to being like, yeah, I didn't need all of them, so I sold a lot of them. Why? Because things change, and being introduced to new experiences is what life is all about. So in the case of brands, don't make your fashion life boring. Go out there and experiment a bit. You'll have a lot more freedom and fun, I promise. A little side note, having a favorite designer is a bit different than having a favorite brand. Mainly because designers often have the task of giving you further perspective of their ideas. So as they evolve, you do too. And it's much easier to be less committed to them. For instance, I like Yohji Yamamoto, but through Yohji, I learned about Kawakubo, Junya, Yasuhiro, Takahashi, Abe, Miyashita, Matsumoto, and more. Liking a designer often leads you down a rabbit hole of that more and gives you further perspective on fashion as a whole. So that's why having a favorite brand may suck. Gotta add that little qualifier there. Not for everyone, but maybe just Uber fanatics? Not sure, but do you agree or disagree with this assessment? Let it be known in the comments. Give a thumbs up if you like this video. Follow on Instagram for the latest out of Japan and beyond, but most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And I will see you guys in a minute. Oh, 1 minute, check this out. And before you go, don't forget to check out our partner, Squarespace. For all you future fashion entrepreneurs out there, Squarespace websites give you amazing, rich, detailed galleries and portfolios. Simultaneous posting from your social profiles for massively easy integration across all your networks, and expansive e-commerce options like linking your products to and from your Instagram account, which is crazy, but we live in the future, so you should expect it. And if that doesn't get you, then maybe 10% off by using our code squarespace.com/thecasualwill. So head over, start that site you've been meaning to start today.